If you've ever built any Lego sets, you would have noticed that you almost always get some spare parts in your sets. I've just built a part of my haunted house set that I recently started, and out of 2 bags I've got 7 spare parts. So over time I've actually built up hundreds and hundreds of spare parts, and I leave them in a little bag like this. The problem is I don't know what to do with them other than using them when I'm missing a part. So some people will say, why don't you try to build something of your own using these spare parts? Yes, that would be amazing, but the reality is not everyone has that creativity to create their own Lego set. For example, I'm the type of Lego builder that I build Lego as a relaxation activity. It's fun, but I don't want to think about it. I want to follow an instruction and build something that someone's already created for me. So I've always wondered if there's a way to search or find instructions that people have made or that's available using the spare parts I have. If I can put the list of all my spare parts together and use this list to search for an instruction that I can use utilizing these spare parts. I've asked online, I've done some testing, and I have found this amazing website that lets you do exactly that. Bear in mind, this is time consuming because you do have to sort out all your spare parts. If you did what I did, just throw them into a container, you have to take them out and sort them into their particular shapes and colors before you can make this work. So I'm going to show you how this can be done. So the website I'm talking about is called Rebrickable. So let's search for that. There we go, the very first one again. Okay, so you do have to register for this website. It's very simple. It's just a normal sign up process with email address, password, and basic details. I've actually already loaded a lot of my spare parts in the past. I'm just going to show you some examples of how to do that. After you log in, this is the page you will see. If you want to add any spare parts, what you do is go to My Lego and My Part Lists. So you can see I've entered all these spare parts in already. What to do is click on Part List. You can create multiple part lists if you like. Most of my parts are in the first part list. To add in a part, go Add Part. Here is where you need to enter in the part number. I find the part number from either the Lego official website, or what I do now is I add them in as I build. So all the part numbers will be available at the back of my instruction book of the current set I'm building. So, okay, let's look at this. So I'm just looking at the instruction book now. This 2x1 brick, the part number is 6024722. So 6024722. There we go. And the color is that's a tricky bit. I'll say it's an olive green. There we go. Then I want to add in another part. Just take the keep open box and go add part. That means the previous part I've entered has been added in, and now I can enter in the second part. Let's do another one as an example. So these round studs. I have 2 spare, 1 black and 1 grey. So for 2, 11525. Black. Got a black one, and now let's enter in the light gray. It's the light bluish gray, I believe. I believe you can also import or delete parts using the import function. I haven't tried it, but end of the day, that involves you having to create that list either in Excel file or whatever file format. The hard bit is not about the data entry part, it's the part is sorting your bricks and finding codes for them. That's the hard bit. If I get a particular color wrong, say if this bit wasn't olive green, it'll show color error. What I can do is click on that part and go to color, and you scroll to the very top and you can see all the colors that's actually valid for this particular part. So this is how you add parts in. The other easier option is to add sets in. So for example, I can add in, if I go to my set lists, I've actually haven't done this before, so this is the first time I'm doing it. So I'll add a set list and add a set. Let's try the Willy Steamboat set. There we go. Add set. Okay. So the set has been added, so that's a much simpler process. You can also search for Moc instructions using parts that's available in your set, if that's what you like to do. And now I'm going to show you how to actually search for instructions using your spare parts or sets. So what to do is go to Build. Here you can either include your sets or your parts. I only want to include my spare parts. I'm going to change build options. Given I don't have a lot of parts, I have 503 parts I've entered in, the options will be limited for me. So I'm not going to be very specific on the colors. So you can either choose exact, similar, or ignore colors altogether. So I'm going to ignore it altogether. I'm going to ignore prints, ignore pretty much everything. Any theme is fine. I won't set any restrictions on my search function. I'm going to include everything possible. Okay, so my result will display in order of highest percentage match. So let's try to find instructions using my spare parts. I don't have a 100% matching instruction. Okay, so I'm going to try a random one. So let's say I want to build this. I'm missing 13 parts out of the 54 parts that's required. It does show you the parts that I'm missing, and you can choose, you can either buy the parts or you can wait till you get more spare parts to make this possible. So I've clicked on the picture of the build, the icon of the actual design, and if you scroll down you can see the tab building instructions, and I can download this instruction. There we go. So that's the instruction that's required to make this particular build. Not all instruction books are available through this website. Some of them hasn't been uploaded. You might have to purchase them, or you might have to search for them in other venues, but at least you know what you're searching for. I find this very interesting, and what I do now is every time I add my parts in as I get spare parts, so it doesn't become a massive project. I hope this is helpful to everyone, and hope you can now find better use of your spare parts.